There comes a moment in every life when the noise becomes too loud to ignore, and the silence becomes too powerful to escape. It is in that moment, right there between the breaking and the becoming, that a person realizes something unsettling and yet deeply liberating. Everything you have been waiting to change is waiting on you. Not tomorrow, not next year, not when the money arrives or the apology is spoken or the door finally opens. Today, in one day, in a single, deliberate, unshakable decision, and not through louder promises, not through speeches whispered to the mirror, not through explanations given to the world that never truly listened. No, the shift that changes a life does not begin with words. It begins with a quiet rebellion inside your own spirit. Because words have carried you this far, haven't they? Words you said you would start. Words you said you would stop. Words you used to convince others and sometimes yourself that you were on your way. And yet here you stand, still holding the same weight, still circling the same fears, still bargaining with a version of yourself that no longer fits who you are meant to become. So today we do something different. Today we stop talking. We start becoming. Fixing your life in one day is not about repairing every broken piece before sunset. It is about deciding with a clarity that cuts through doubt that you will no longer participate in your own stagnation. It is about stepping into a version of yourself that does not need permission, does not require applause, does not wait for perfect conditions. It is about alignment. You wake up in the morning, and before the world gets a chance to pull at your attention, you sit with yourself. No phone, no noise, no distractions. Just you and the truth you have been avoiding. And it may not be comfortable. In fact, it will likely feel like standing in front of a mirror that refuses to flatter you. But honesty has never been gentle, it has always been necessary. You ask yourself, what have I been tolerating that is quietly destroying me? And then you do something rare. You listen, not to the voice that makes excuses, not to the one that softens the truth. You listen to the deeper voice, the one that has been whispering long before fear learned how to shout. That voice will not stutter. It will not hesitate. It will show you exactly where you have been betraying your own potential. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. That is where the change begins. Not in a plan, not in a promise, in a decision. You decide that today will not look like yesterday. You decide that the habits that have been quietly dismantling your life will not follow you into the next sunrise. You decide that the version of yourself you have been postponing will no longer wait in the shadows of someday. You stand up, not dramatically, not for show, but with intention. And then you move. You clean what you have been avoiding. You organize what has been chaotic. You remove what no longer belongs. Not because these small acts magically fix everything, but because they signal something powerful to your mind. You are no longer living by default. You are choosing. And choice is the birthplace of transformation. You begin to notice something subtle yet undeniable. With every action taken in silence, your confidence begins to grow, not the loud, performative kind that seeks validation, but the quiet, unshakable kind that is rooted in discipline. You are no longer explaining your goals. You are embodying them. You are no longer announcing your intentions. You are executing them. And in that silence, something extraordinary happens. You reclaim your energy, because words, when overused, become leaks. They drain your power before your actions have a chance to prove anything. But silence, intentional, focused silence, becomes a container. It holds your energy. It sharpens your attention. It turns your effort into something sacred. You move through your day with purpose. You eat with awareness. You think with clarity. You act with precision. You begin to notice the difference between distraction and direction, between movement and progress. And perhaps the most important shift of all, you stop negotiating with your excuses. Because excuses are clever. They come dressed as logic. They sound like comfort. They feel like protection. But they are nothing more than chains disguised as choices. Today you break them. Not by arguing with them. Not by analyzing them. You break them by refusing to obey them. You feel tired. You move anyway. You feel uncertain. You act anyway. You feel afraid. You step forward anyway. Because courage has never been the absence of fear. It has always been the decision to move in spite of it, and with each step something begins to rearrange inside you. Your identity starts to shift. You are no longer the person who waits. You are the person who does. You are no longer the person who hopes things will change. You are the person who changes things. And this is how a life begins to transform, not through one grand gesture, but through a series of aligned actions taken in a single intentional day. By midday, the world around you may not look dramatically different. The same streets, the same people, the same responsibilities, but inside you are not the same. And that changes everything. Because once your internal world shifts, your external world has no choice but to follow. You begin to notice how much time you used to waste, how much energy you gave to things that did not deserve it, how often you abandoned yourself in the name of comfort, in the name of fear, in the name of fitting into spaces that were too small for your growth. And instead of feeling regret, you feel clarity, because clarity does not shame you, it frees you. You continue your day with a quiet intensity, not rushed, not frantic, but deliberate. Every action becomes a statement. Every decision becomes a declaration: I am no longer who I used to be. You start the task you have been postponing. You have the conversation you have been avoiding, or you choose not to have it at all, understanding that silence can sometimes be the most powerful boundary. You let go of what has been weighing you down, not with bitterness, but with acceptance. Because growth does not always look like gaining. Sometimes it looks like releasing. And as the hours pass, something begins to settle within you. A sense of control, not over everything, but over yourself. And that is where real power lies. You realize that fixing your life was never about controlling every outcome. It was about mastering your response. It was about choosing discipline over distraction, purpose over passivity, action over endless contemplation. As the evening approaches, you take a moment to pause again. You reflect, not with judgment, but with awareness. You see what you have done. You feel what has changed. And perhaps for the first time in a long time, you feel proud. Not because everything is perfect. Not because every problem has been solved, but because you showed up differently. You acted differently. You chose differently. And that is enough to change the trajectory of a life. Because one day lived with intention can become the foundation of a new identity. And identity is what shapes destiny. You understand now that the power was never in the words you spoke. It was in the actions you delayed. It was in the decisions you avoided. It was in the courage you postponed. And now you have reclaimed it, not loudly, not publicly, but deeply. And that depth, that quiet, unwavering depth, is what sustains real change. So when tomorrow comes, and it will, you do not return to who you were. You carry this version of yourself forward. You repeat the discipline. You protect your energy. You honor your growth. Because fixing your life in one day is not about compressing transformation into 24 hours. It is about igniting something within you that refuses to go out. It is about proving to yourself that change is not a distant dream. It is a present decision. And once you have made that decision, once you have lived it, even for a single day, you can never fully return to the comfort of who you used to be. Because you have seen what you are capable of. You have felt what it means to move with purpose. You have experienced the quiet power of becoming. And that, more than anything else, is what changes a life. Not the words you speak, but the person you choose to be when no one is listening. There is a quiet difference between those who speak of change and those who become it, and that difference is not found in the volume of their words, but in the weight of their actions. You have seen it before, perhaps even lived it. The declarations, the plans, the promises made in moments of emotion, strong, convincing, full of fire, and yet, days later, nothing has shifted except the memory of what was said. Words can feel powerful in the moment, but they are weightless without movement. They drift, they fade, they disappear into the same air that carried them. Proof, however, does not drift. Proof sits. Proof stands. Proof remains even when no one is watching. It does not ask for belief because it creates it. To build proof is to step into a different kind of life, one where you no longer rely on what you say you will do, but instead anchor yourself in what you repeatedly demonstrate. It is a life where your habits speak before you ever have to, where your discipline answers questions before they are asked, where your presence carries evidence of effort, of consistency, of quiet persistence. There is a temptation, a deep and familiar pull, to announce your intentions, to tell the world what you are about to become, as if speaking it aloud will make it more real. And for a moment it does. You feel seen. You feel accountable. You feel as though the first step has already been taken simply because the idea has been shared. But there is a hidden cost in that early exposure. Every time you declare a promise without backing it with immediate action, you satisfy a part of your mind that was meant to be driven by results. You trick yourself into feeling accomplished before you have earned it. And slowly, without even noticing, you begin to replace progress with performance. Building proof requires a kind of honesty that most people avoid. It asks you to look at your life not through the lens of intention, but through the lens of evidence. Not what you meant to do, not what you planned to do, but what you actually did when the moment required it. It strips away the comfort of potential and replaces it with the clarity of reality. What did you do when it was difficult? What did you do when no one was watching? What did you do when the excitement faded and only discipline remained? These are the questions that build proof, because proof is not created in moments of inspiration. It is created in moments of resistance, when the body wants rest but the goal requires effort, when the mind suggests delay but the standard demands action, when the easier path is right there, inviting, familiar, comfortable, and you choose the harder one without announcing it, without explaining it, without seeking recognition for it. That choice, repeated, becomes evidence, and evidence over time becomes identity. There is something deeply transformative about becoming a person who no longer needs to speak about what they are doing, a person whose actions carry so much consistency that explanation becomes unnecessary, a person who moves with such intention that even their silence communicates direction. But this transformation is not dramatic, it is not loud, it does not happen in a single moment of realization. It happens in the smallest decisions made repeatedly, often unnoticed by others and sometimes even by yourself. You wake up and choose discipline over delay. You begin the task without waiting for the perfect mood. You continue even when the initial excitement has faded. You finish what you started, even when it would be easier to leave it incomplete. And each of these moments, though small on their own, begins to stack. They begin to form a structure, a foundation, a body of proof that cannot be argued with because it is built not on opinion but on action. The world responds differently to proof. Not immediately, not always visibly, but inevitably, because proof carries a kind of energy that words cannot replicate. It builds trust not just with others but within yourself, and that internal trust is where everything changes. When you begin to trust yourself, truly trust that what you say internally will be followed by action, your confidence shifts. It is no longer fragile. It is no longer dependent on outcomes or approval. It becomes rooted in something deeper, your own consistency. You stop questioning whether you are capable because you have evidence. You stop doubting whether you will follow through because you have a record. You stop relying on motivation because discipline has taken its place. And in that shift, your entire relationship with progress changes. You no longer chase big moments. You focus on small, repeatable actions. You no longer measure yourself by what you intend to become, but by what you consistently do. You no longer look for shortcuts because you understand that real change is built, not found. There will be moments, of course, when the urge to speak returns, when you feel the need to explain your journey, to share your plans, to seek validation for the path you have chosen. And in those moments, you must remember the difference between noise and substance. Noise seeks attention. Substance creates impact. You do not need to convince anyone of what you are becoming if your actions are already showing it. You do not need to announce your growth if it is visible in the way you move, the way you respond, the way you carry yourself through challenges. Let your work introduce you. Let your consistency define you. Let your results speak in a language that requires no translation. There is also a quiet discipline in withholding, in choosing not to share everything, not to reveal every plan, not to broadcast every step. It is not secrecy born from fear, but restraint born from focus. You protect your energy. You direct it inward, toward execution, rather than outward, toward explanation. Because every moment spent talking about what you will do is a moment that could have been used to actually do it. And over time, this discipline compounds. It builds a life that feels different, not because it is louder or more visible, but because it is more aligned. Your actions begin to match your intentions. Your days begin to reflect your values. Your results begin to mirror your effort. And slowly, almost without noticing, you become someone who builds instead of someone who speaks. There will be challenges. There will be days when the effort feels heavy, when progress feels slow, when the distance between where you are and where you want to be feels overwhelming. In those moments, the temptation to fall back into promises will be strong, to reassure yourself with words instead of pushing forward with action. But this is where proof is forged. Not in ease, but in resistance. Not in comfort, but in commitment. You remind yourself that you are not here to feel like you are progressing. You are here to actually progress. You remind yourself that the only thing that matters is what you do next, not what you said you would do before. You bring your focus back to the present moment, back to the action in front of you, back to the choice that is within your control. And you act again and again and again, until action becomes automatic, until discipline becomes natural, until proof becomes inevitable. There is a certain peace that comes with this way of living, a quiet confidence that does not need to be displayed, a sense of direction that does not require constant reassurance. You move with clarity not because you have everything figured out, but because you trust yourself to figure it out through action. You stop waiting for permission. You stop looking for approval. You stop measuring your worth by how well you can articulate your plans. Instead, you measure it by how consistently you show up, and that consistency becomes your foundation. Because in the end, promises are easy. Anyone can make them. Anyone can speak about what they will do, what they hope to achieve, who they plan to become. But very few are willing to do the quiet, repetitive, often unrecognized work that turns those promises into reality. Very few are willing to build proof, and that is where the separation happens. Not in talent, not in opportunity, but in execution. You begin to understand that your life is not shaped by what you intend, but by what you implement. Not by what you dream, but by what you do daily. Not by the strength of your words, but by the consistency of your actions. And once you see that clearly, you can no longer rely on promises as a substitute for progress. You demand more from yourself. You expect more from your days. You hold yourself accountable not to what you say, but to what you show. And that standard changes everything. Because when you build proof, you build momentum. When you build momentum, you build confidence. When you build confidence, you build identity. And when you build identity, you build a life that reflects not just who you want to be, but who you have proven yourself to be through action, through discipline, through consistency, through the quiet, relentless pursuit of alignment between what you say internally and what you do externally, through the daily decision to choose effort over ease, focus over distraction, action over hesitation, through the understanding that every small step, every completed task, every kept commitment is another piece of evidence, another layer of proof, another reason to trust yourself more deeply. To believe in your ability not because of what you hope, but because of what you have repeatedly demonstrated to yourself in the moments that mattered most, in the choices that defined your direction, in the actions that shaped your reality, in the discipline that carried you forward when motivation was absent, in the consistency that built something real, something solid, something undeniable, something that no one can take away, because it was earned, not declared, created, not imagined, lived, not simply spoken into existence, something that continues to grow with every action you take, with every moment you choose to build instead of speak, to do instead of promise, to prove instead of explain.